2 marker, action. What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? I'm Ryan D, aka Ryan680.
I'm Justin at Dose of Stir.
Lex Blacks. Dylan, what's going on? Dylan, we got Dylan here and David, special guests, all 3 guys. What's up, man? Now I've never had this many people in this chat, so this is gonna be very interesting, guys. A lot to talk about here with DC Fandom that happened. It's funny too, guys. True story. This was supposed to happen yesterday, but we all got busy with stuff. So yeah, so we're here on Monday, guys. You know, what a great way, great motivation Monday to get us going, to get us started the week, then talking DC Fandom, man. Let's get right to it, guys.
Yep.
So much content. First off, I'm gonna start off right off the bat. I'll go down like Justin. What was your favorite part of DC Fandom? What was your favorite, I guess, announcement? We'll go down the line, and then Lex will be next, and then we'll go down.
Oh, well, obviously just seeing, how incredible Robert Pattinson actually looked after so many teases and everything that we got. That was great. That was probably like my most favorite part.
Awesome. Lex?
For me, it's got to be the Suicide Squad, man.
Okay.
It was fun. Like the panel altogether was real fun with the whole cast there. I put on Twitter that it reminds me of like the Zoom meetings that I had with my team at work. It's just everyone laughing, good energy, going crazy. It was a lot of fun, man. Like they perhaps did not have a lot to show, but what they did show was really exciting. It definitely looks like it gave me like a Dirty Dozen vibe. And it's all out craziness, man. And I'm super, super stoked to see more of it. But just like the synergy that the cast has, I think it was very different from what we've seen before from DC.
Yeah, most definitely. Dylan, what was your favorite part, man?
I gotta say, man, that new Twilight movie looked sick.
All right.
I know. I guess since Justin already said the Batman, that's the obvious choice, but I think I'm actually gonna go with the Snyder cut.
All right. Hey, okay, man. I love it because we're all hitters, man.
Yeah, to finally see this realized, I think it's going to be a lot different of a movie than people are anticipating.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot more than just a few more deleted scenes and recuts on that.
Some people were still saying that it looks like the same movie, and I was like, how?
What?
I don't know what they're seeing.
What are you talking about?
Delusional, that's right.
They probably just rewatched like the theatrical cut like trailer again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
it's like, no difference.
Yeah, there's no difference.
There's only a crumbling Justice League.
Yeah.
All of Justice sign there, but it's the same.
And see, that's the thing though. A lot of people are interpreting like it's kind of almost the same story in a sense, but I mean it has almost a sense of the same plot but totally different movie. If that makes any sense.
I agree with you. Like looking at it from the trailer compared to like the original cut of the movie that they released in the trailers, it looks like it's finally, in my opinion, like the story's gonna go somewhere. That's what it looks like to me.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if people have been paying attention to what Zach has been saying, but he's clearly been telling us this is going to be a Cyborg movie. Cyborg is the heart and soul of this movie, and he will drive the movie. And I don't think people are really ready for that. So,
yeah, no, for real. David, what was your part, man? What was your favorite?
I would have to say the video games, the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and the Gotham Knights.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, I'm a big fan of the Arkham series. I loved all 4 of the Batman games. 100% at all of them, all the DLC, everything. I just loved everything about them. Played them multiple times, so I was waiting for a new game. And then I think with Gotham Knights, now they're taking a take on the game. Like, because being with Arkham Knight, you played as Nightwing, you played as Catwoman, you played as Robin, but it was for side missions, little brief moments of like a 2-on-2. Now you're playing as a 4-man squad basically. So I'm kind of excited to see if there's going to be like a multiplayer in the story mode or just whatever it's going to be. And then with the Suicide Squad game, it looks very interesting. Like I really want to know how these characters are going to be played. in Arkham Knight, there was a Harley Quinn DLC. You got to play as her for a little bit. So I'm kind of excited to see how she's going to play in the game. And then also, I'm really excited to see King Shark. Also with the Suicide Squad movie, I'm so excited that King Shark is actually a part of it now.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he just looks amazing.
He looks great. He looks just like the Harley Quinn animated. I, as soon as I saw it and he did the little, like he was waving, like dude, he looked so derpy. Like it just looked funny. I loved it. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, my favorite part was the games. For me, it was the games.
It's best part of it, of course, was Batman, man. I mean, the Batman. This is what
take off that shirt.
Yeah. It's funny because it has Superman on top and then it has Batman on the bottom. So
it does?
Yeah, it has both.
Okay,
You can't see, but yeah. But here's the thing. A lot of people were questioning, of course, they were just nagging and just upset, like, oh, why is Twilight in there? And here's the thing, like Cedric Diggory grew up, man. This guy grew up. Baltimore did not kill Cedric Diggory. He grew up to become the Batman. And that's the way I see it, man. This actor himself, he just really has done so many good roles. I mean, it could be. Here's the thing. A lot of people base him off of Twilight.
Yeah.
And if you do that, I hate to say, but you're a fool for doing that. Like, don't base him off just one movie, or the trilogy or whatever the case may be, or it's 4 movies. But here's the thing, like a lot of people base him off Twilight. It's like, no, dude, he's done so many different indie films that no one's even heard of really. That are still on Prime. They're still available on Amazon Prime Video today. I mean, one of the ones I can always mention, and I've been seeing it more and more mentioned, is Good Time. I've been seeing that more and more mentioned a lot in his career and everything because it's one of those movies that really does have that has that potential to be a great actor, and he really has played those different kind of roles and everything. But so enough of the Batman. Let's talk about Wonder Woman, guys. No one mentioned Wonder Woman, which I'm very upset about because I mean, come on, guys, this is the first DC movie we're gonna get this year. Like, how are we not hyped for Wonder Woman? What is the matter with that?
It's not that I'm not hyped for the movie. It's just that they showed me what I expected to see. Yeah, so I wasn't blown away because it didn't take me off guard. It didn't. It wasn't bad in any sense. It was what I expected.
Yeah,
there was just a lot to like unpack in the event. So I think the fact that we all had a different favorite thing is a testament to how there was a lot for every single fan. And it's even hard to pick a good one. I am concerned that the movie's just around the corner, but there's not a lot of progress theater wise. So is it gonna get delayed, or it doesn't look like they're gonna bend?
Is it gonna go straight to a streaming service?
No, it's not. It doesn't.
Oh, it's not.
No. So on DC Fandom, Patty Jenkins and Gal Gadot and Chris Pine, they were all real structured on only in theaters. This movie we made this movie for theaters. They kept saying throughout the interview, and they were just like, we made this movie only. And then, I don't know if y'all caught that at the very end. We'll watch the trailer. The very end, you'll see only in theaters. So they are not planning to have it on streaming.
But they didn't include the date, if I'm not mistaken.
They didn't.
No, that's why I'm worried. I think that plays a role into the hype. Like, how hype can you get when you're uncertain you're going to get it on October 2nd?
I mean, see, that's the thing too. That's why it left me at that concern too. Like, y'all said October 2nd, now y'all saying no October 2nd. Like, where's this gonna lead to? Like, is it gonna be October 2nd? Obviously, hopefully everyone's staying safe with COVID-19 wherever you're at, and it's just one of those things to where like we won't know until we hit that the month before, I guess. And we're almost a month before, man. We're almost there. I mean,
almost there. Like 2 or 3 weeks out, I think. Will be a month.
Yeah, and I don't know. Do y'all think it's gonna? I mean, Tenet. Okay, so I know we're going off subject here, but Tenet, New Mutants is the first movie to show a new movie. New Mutants comes out this Thursday, guys. If y'all didn't know, it comes out on theaters this Thursday as that Ticos. And then following that is Monday and Tuesday, and Wednesday is Tenet, which those are the new releases of the year, literally. And so of recently. So what do y'all think? I mean, with theaters opening up and everything, Draft House looks like it's going to open up very soon too as well. I mean, can you see theaters closing again?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
if these are the first movies that are going to come out like of this year, I mean, these superhero movies are big titles regardless, because people are going to go watch them whether they're bad or not. You're going to get so many people that are going to show up to this theater, and basically the seating's going to be cut in half, so people are already going to be upset about that. But then you're basically going back into the risk of getting COVID. Like, just stay. Like, that's why I'm not mad. I wouldn't be mad if it went to a streaming service. Like, let me just watch it from the comfort of my home and be safe. But I understand where they're coming from. They want to get back out there. They want to open these things up again. People want to go back to something normal. But I mean, the more they keep wanting that, just pull it back a little bit, wait off, and then things will go back. We can have everything fine again.
Yeah.
But
okay. So everyone said, it's hard because like it's just one of those. It's I don't want to say like a no-win situation, but it almost feels like it is like a no-win situation.
Yeah. I mean, it's lose-lose regardless until it's over. That's just we're stuck in this situation.
Yeah. I hope it comes out this year. I mean, I want it to come out this year.
Yeah, definitely.
I would have watched it. I probably would have bought it already. Got the steel book already. Probably would have watched it like 3 or 4 times. But yeah. So y'all ready to see the trailer?
Let's do it.
Yeah, man.
Let's do it.
All right, let's get right to it, man.
This world is not yet ready for all that you will do. Your time will come, Diana.
Oh, man.
And everything will be different.
That was bad. The bad woman right there.
Just swinging from lightning.
Yeah.
Citizens of the world, I'm here to change your life. Lord Maxwell. Anything you want. Anything you dream of, you can have it. You look like you saw a ghost. Diana, look at you. It's like not one day has passed.
I don't want to be like anyone. I want to be an apex predator. You've always had everything, while people like me have had nothing. Well, now it's my turn. Get used to it.
The answer is always more. The way I fly, they will never find us.
I forgot to tell you.
What?
Radar.
Will they shoot at us?
Man.
Barbara, what did you do?
I'm not so keen on this one. I figure you are, but you know what? I'm ready to go.
I think we can do better.
Parachute now?
Yeah.
Does everybody parachute now?
See, like that only in theaters. All right. What y'all think, man? I mean, even though we have seen it.
it's looking good.
That was the first time I've seen the full thing. I was at work when it came on, so I didn't get to see the full thing yet. But seeing Cheetah come out to a Wonder Woman movie finally, I think is probably the best part for me, because I'm not a huge Wonder Woman fan, but I like some of her villains. Cheetah's probably the best one, and I like that they're actually making her an actual like humanoid cheetah, not just like a like half mutated kind of thing. Like she's full humanoid cheetah, and I think that's pretty cool.
One of the things that I that I mentioned, because me and my wife Angela, we did the trailer reactions to this because we did the previous ones, and I was all like, you know what, this is a lot better CGI than the Cats musical that came out earlier this year.
Better.
This is like a lot. I mean, obviously different studio, but I'm just like, what? Like, I mean, I don't know. It's just the bad taste of CGI Cats is still in my eyes And I just, for some reason, I kind of, whenever she was moving a little bit, jumping up, it kind of had a little sense in that. But obviously, when we got a more closer up, whenever she landed on the ground, I got a little bit more closer up, which looked a lot better. The fur, I mean, it looks really detailed on that part, I would say. I mean, yeah.
I gotta say, like, I'm a little underwhelmed with the way they showed her to us in terms of a shot. Like, it's Kristen Wiig. She's a big name. I think she's putting a lot of her like heart into the character, and she's doing the best that she can. And it was, the CGI looked good on motion. I like what I saw, and I like the fluidity of the fight that they were having, but they didn't have like a close up on her face, which I think maybe they're finishing some of the CGI, although that's cutting it close if they are aiming for October. I was just underwhelmed as to, like, give us like an in-depth, because if you take a screenshot of any of the shots in which she's as Cheetah, it's the body look. It's not like a close-up. I would have liked to appreciate how she looks as a close-up.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they're saving it to actually the full reveal in the movie. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they just don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, Snyder, don't spoil it. BVS, don't freaking spoil. But yeah. So, Justin looks like you want to say something, but
no, it's just more like a question. Like, I don't know if it's just the lighting or whatever like that, but isn't Cheetah like more of an orange color? Like, she looked more grayish.
Yeah, I think it might be the light.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're even making her look like a real cheetah. A real cheetah is really light yellowish. So
yeah, I mean,
I've seen what I've seen figure wise of the statues and the figures that have leaked since then, it's definitely more of a realistic yellow. Okay. On the page, she's definitely orange, but I think they've got that as best they can get it. Yeah,
like a line.
Maybe it's just the lighting then for the trailer, because she looks kind of gray.
I mean, going back to like what Lex was saying, I think that they're saving her to actually the full reveal in the movie. They don't want to give you everything a cheetah right there, and then you be disappointed. Like,
because they don't want it to be like, oh, you expect it already. Like, I mean, but it's like you're already knowing it's gonna happen. Like, no, they want to savor that, which is a lot better than what Snyder did with BVS, which which is the close up of Darkseid. Like, we didn't need that. We didn't need that.
Like, they could have gave us every trailer, not even mention Doomsday at all for BVS.
And totally agree with you there.
Still think they should have did that for Wonder Woman. I think she should have been left completely in the dark for that movie. She should have been the big and BVS. I feel like she should have been the big reveal. You know, just leave Gal Gadot on there as like, who is she playing? You know.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think the fans, we all would have guessed it. I mean, in a sense, maybe.
I think that's a lot harder to do in today's world because of the internet and everything.
Yeah,
it's harder to keep like people were leaking the fact that they were casting for either Catwoman or Wonder Woman before, like in pre-production.
Yeah, before they did.
So I think we would have either made our guesses or something.
We know this. A perfect example, guys, is this Star Trek Into Darkness. That was it's not Khan, it's Khan. It's not Khan. And then when it came out to be Khan, it didn't do so well in the box office for whatever reason, because people were upset that they were just like, you lied to us. It was because he kept saying that over and over. Like, it's not Khan, and it ended up being. So that's why I'm just like, you know what? Don't tell us, don't tease us. Just keep it under wraps. Just try your best. And I mean, he didn't do that well good of a job, because in the time we're living in, like Lex said. But yeah, Juan Garcia, he's actually part of the Alamo, so he said, "We will be disappointed though. It's DC." Oh God. Okay.
Come on.
All right. Well, yeah,
I'm gonna add him on Facebook just to block him.
Dude, it's DC. All right, Juan. Okay, so so everyone loved the trailer. I liked it.
It's a good trailer. It didn't give me like a final trailer vibe. I mean, they called it second trailer, but I wonder if we're gonna get one more, or if it's just gonna be like TV spots. But
it's funny because it's called official main trailer, so I'm assuming we're gonna get more. I don't think it's the last one. I think they're gonna wait to figure out there's gonna be an actual like a release date. I mean, there is October 2nd, but we're still. I mean, it still says coming soon, so it might get pushed back.
I wouldn't be surprised if the final trailer has a release date attached to it.
Yeah,
that would make sense.
I don't know what more can you put. I mean, you already showed us enough. Like, it's kind of hard. Like, it just shows the same footage and then just change the last few seconds of the last.
I do like, just as a last thought, I do like that about 70% of this trailer was the same sequences that we saw on the first trailer. So it leads me to believe that we've seen very little. So perhaps there may still be some surprises that we're not expecting.
Maybe a full close-up of Cheetah, but maybe we'll probably get that. But we don't want that yet. I'd rather say that for the movie. But yeah. All right, guys. Let's get talking about the Snyder cut, the cut we finally got, man. I mean, this is it, man. Oh, hang on one sec. Sorry. Juan says, "Why is Chris Pine in this one?" Yeah, that's the main question we talked about in the trailer. Like, how does he fit into all this? I mean, obviously he's not Captain America, so he can't. He can't. I
did notice a little bit of gray. He's got a little bit of gray in his hair.
But it's like, where did he come from? Didn't you blow up in a plane, guy?
Yeah. and even then, I mean, he aged, but not what he should have aged.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing too. Like, if you did survive, even then in the time they're at, how are you still alive?
Yeah. The other thing I want to mention too is that the style, of course, it's going to be great. I think it's going back to those 80s theme. It's going to be good. I mean, yeah. And then I forgot to mention as well, Pascal. I mean, he's in here. I mean, Lord Maxwell. Like, let's not forget him. And he's a force. Here's the thing. I love him in this. Like, I feel like this is really going to shape into where he might be a villain as Justice League, because I mean, let's be honest here, Lord Maxwell, he goes against the Justice League. I mean, and I hope maybe we'll see him develop into the villain that I want him to become, and that's the villain that's really the symbol of evil that I want. And it's almost in a sense to where, like, I want it as almost as bad as Joker, but like in a sense to where it will really shape up and really shake the Justice League into into where they have to get together. So I hope to see that out of there. But all right. So Snyder Cut, guys. I mean, dude, HBO Max Snyder Cut 2021, 4 hours. Damn.
Yeah,
man. Like, I did not expect that at all. Did y'all expect that? I mean, 4 hours. Like,
I expected something pretty close.
I kind of did, but I'm glad that they're putting it in like a 4-part series, an hour each episode. I think that's gonna be pretty cool to see.
He had been saying, I'm sorry, man. But he had been saying from the beginning that his cut was 4 hours long. Like, he had been telling people that. So I knew the runtime was going to be up there. I was wondering how they were going to cut it, if they were going to do a series or what. The 4 1-hour segments, I think, will be good. And then they also mentioned something about getting the full 4-hour cut later on, and maybe even possibly getting a physical release with that 4-hour cut. So I guess we'll see where it goes.
Okay, he did. I remember him saying that, but I didn't believe that was gonna be the finished cut. Like, dude, are you serious? Like, come on. I thought Watchmen was long. Like, dude, this guy's just taking it up to a notch. I'm just like, I mean, it's good. It's good because I can understand why it's going on. It's good that it's going straight to streaming service, because obviously, if it comes out in theaters, like, there's no way. Like, I mean. Yeah,
intermission.
Every 2 hours. I mean, because it's a 4-hour movie, 2 hours.
I mean, we've sat through 3-hour movies before. What's 1 hour more?
I actually think for yourself. I like that we're eventually going to get both, like the long version plus the series, episodic series. Although I would have preferred to have the cut from the get-go. I think it's smart business wise, because this is just my thoughts, but the reason why they might have split it into 4 is it's really long, so it's going to be more digestible if people are tuning in an hour at a time. But 2, if that is released on a weekly basis, it avoids HBO Max worrying about people signing up for a trial or just paying 1 month. And
you touched my next question. Was how long are we going to get between episodes? Is it bingeable?
It's a week.
It is a week?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
gonna be a week. Yeah, if it's anything like HBO Max, all their stuff they're launching right now, which is a lot of their like. Believe it or not, I mean, I hate to say it, but believe it or not, the first thing I watched on HBO Max, the first night I posted on my Instagram story, I watched Elmo's show. I don't know what in my right mind I watched it, but it's called the Not Too Late Show. And I was like, oh, if I get Batman's on there, I was like, oh, cool. So they get someone to play Batman on there because it's at the Warner Brothers lot. And I'm just like, are you serious? Like it's all HBO Max originals. They come out every week. So yeah, it is going to be per week. Just like how regular HBO shows if it were to air on the on the premium channel on actual cable. But yeah, I
also heard that the long cut, the 4-hour one, is gonna have a black and white version of the movie.
Yeah,
That'd be pretty cool to see.
Apparently the only person that has seen that is Zach and Momoa, but there is a black and white version that exists.
Wow.
And that's Snyder's personal version from what he said. And him and Momoa are the only ones.
I don't know. Black and white.
Do I need it? No. Do I want it? Yes.
Yeah.
Really? I mean, okay, it worked with Logan.
It was great with Logan.
Yeah, that worked. But I mean, you had too many characters. Like Logan was based off Logan, and then the other character, just two characters. With this one, it's like you got multiple heroes. I mean, I don't know. It sounds great, but does it look? I mean, is it gonna look good? Is it?
Yeah.
Things gonna be a little hard to see a little bit. I mean,
How did they do it before in the past when there was no color?
Not very well.
Okay, Justin, is it gonna look good in 4K? That's my next question.
4K black and white. Hell yeah, man.
Right.
You know what movie I do think it would work with?
What's up?
The Batman.
Oh yeah,
I think that movie could completely be black and white and go full noir with it. So maybe hopefully on physical release that will be something they think about.
Yeah,
most definitely, man. All right, so y'all ready to watch this trailer?
Yes,
Go.
sir.
Yep,
sure.
All right. Oh, give me a second. Hang on. Sorry. 1 second.
Oh, you dropped the
I'm using my
ball.
phone. I might need to get my charger.
Oh.
All right. Y'all ready for this?
Go for it.
yeah, let's go, man.
Ready to. All right.
Now I've heard the only secret.
Look at him.
In all his glory.
And it please the Lord, but you don't really care for.
Wow.
Peek the Joker card.
Warner Max. It's great.
It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Oh, Black Suit.
Notice the little detail. He doesn't have his shoes on anymore.
Yeah.
Wasn't much. I couldn't feel, so I tried to touch. I've told the truth. I didn't come to fool you.
Dude.
Oh, it all went wrong. I'll stand before the Lord of Song with nothing on my tongue but hallelujah.
Oh, man.
That looks legit.
Actual Speed Force.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Oh, bro. That lineup. Damn.
This guy's probably fought hundreds of thousands of other super beings on the other planets he's destroyed, right? And we have to assume he's won.
I don't care how many demons he's fought and how many hells. He's never fought us. Not us united.
Oh, dude. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm vengeance. All right.
I will never get enough Ben. Ben as
Yeah,
Batman will
he looks
always
great.
be amazing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you know it's funny. I dogged on the last Justice League movie. I dogged on him so much. I hated him in this movie because he didn't look like Batman anymore. He looked like Fat Batman. He didn't look. I mean, BVS. He was built to the max. Like he was like the buildest he could be, and he had muscle. You could see all the tone. Like it was really good. Like he fit into that suit like nothing. Like it matched him. He matched with it. Yeah. But in Justice League, I don't know. It might have just been the reshoots because of what he was going through. You know, his depression and everything, all the stuff that he's going through, rehab and all that. In a sense, I kind of feel like he was just way too lost muscle. I'll say that. Just lost a lot of muscle. It just, I don't know. When he was sitting down while Wonder Woman was talking with him, I hated that scene. Like,
Well, I know in BVS he had a body double, and then I don't think they used the body double in Justice League. Now he didn't have as many shirtless scenes, but I think in the ones he did, they didn't use the body double like they did in
BVS. When he's pulling the tire, remember in BVS, even in the trailer, I mean, we see him in the movie when he's training, like when he's in doubt, like just like training to beat to beat Superman. You see, I mean, dude, like it's just monster right there, man. That's the Batman. That's the aged Batman.
I agree with you. Yeah.
And then on Justice League again, it could have just been the reshoots because I mean, it could have been just the reshoots that Josh Whedon got and everything. It could have just been where he wasn't really working out anymore because he thought the movie was over. They all did. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it probably just happened like that.
I 100% know it was that, because I mean, and the shots that you can tell it was Snyder shots. I don't find him like fat or anything. I know it's tough as hell to get into that shape, especially at his age. But you could tell. The most given thing for me on Justice League was I could tell when they were wearing wigs, especially Ezra Miller. I could easily tell when he was wearing wigs, and I hated. From a film standpoint, I hated that Whedon's shots were not color graded to match the Justice League.
Yeah, oh, God.
That's probably what I hated the most out of everything. The color, it's like I don't want to say it's a simple thing. The editors were probably working on the clock, but like the fact that you can tell when like the color grading is off, just. I
mean, it is. I mean, that's the thing. You have a standard to uphold. It's Warner Bros. DC. This is the big. This is the big tamale. This is it. The big enchilada. This is their. I hyped this movie up so much. Justin could tell you, I hyped it so much. This was gonna change. This was. You could go back to the YouTube videos. This is going to change Avengers. That's why I kept saying this is going to beat Avengers. All those Avengers, it's going to change it. The Justice League is way better than Avengers. And I was totally wrong.
They dropped the ball.
Totally wrong. It bombed. It was just terrible. It's sad to say that I don't even own Justice League. Like, it's that bad. Like, I'm just like, dude, I don't want to buy this sucker. Like, it's just, oh my God. I don't know. It's one of those things to where like I get a headache of watching it. Like I'm just like, really, y'all couldn't do any better. Like it just, and then obviously, with the Snyder Cut happening and everything, it looks a lot better tone. I mean, that music, that song, everything looks just vicious and intense. And it feels like this is the right movie that should have came out so long ago. I mean, yeah.
Yes, but
my bad.
Go ahead. No, I was just saying, yes, I feel like the Snyder Cut Justice League, will be better hands down than what the Justice League movie was. But I don't know. I still see it. They should have done what Marvel did: introduce every character first, build up to it. Don't tell me that. I'm not saying that the Snyder Cut's not going to be good. Like I do think it's going to be amazing. It's going to be it's going to be like the Justice League movie that should have came out. I agree with you there. Yeah. But I think it would have been that much better if they told it correctly, like lead up the way Marvel did. And then with Endgame, the way Marvel did Justice League, here it finally is. Everyone has had their own movies. they've crossed over in each other, and here it is. Here's the Snyder cut. Here's Darkseid. Here's the Justice League, and all, and I would love it. I mean, because I'm such a huge, I'm more of a DC fan than I am Marvel. But as far as the movies go, I yes, the Snyder cut will save what the Justice League was, but I still think it wasn't the right time for it.
Yeah, you know, it's a funny thing because they did backwards. They pretty much did. You know, they relied, and that's the thing. Warner Brothers executives and all that, they were pushing for Zack and for whoever was in charge of DC. I think it's I don't even know if Jeff Johns was in charge of the whole time, but
no, I don't think so.
Yeah, so like it's just kind of like they didn't have a leader, so it was just like, hey, we need Zack. We need you to make all this that Marvel has done in 10 years. I need you to make it in one movie, one freaking movie. And a lot of people hate on Zack because of BVS. I'm just like, dude, you got to understand the circumstances in there. Like he had one movie to make all this world happen, one movie, and it's impossible. I mean, it's impossible.
I don't know if y'all saw this the other day, where IGN put out the like a little mini documentary about the Batman Year One movie that was never made. It was by Frank Miller, and I forgot the director, but they had each written scripts. And during that documentary, Frank Miller talks about the fact that DC and Warner executives were really pushing for a Batman versus Superman movie. They wanted to do it with Nolan, but he didn't want a Superman in his world. So didn't do it. But at that time, I think it was 2005, 2006, they were already pushing for a Batman versus Superman film.
Yeah, and even Nolan said it. Like he's all like, "No, my Batman is my Batman. Like this is the Batman that would you know, if we were living in the real world today, this is what Batman would be. And there's no other superheroes here. It's just Batman." Yeah. And that's what he wanted. But even to this day, Nolan still mentions it. He's just like, yeah, Warner Bros. Executives, they wanted me to create a DC. They wanted him because of how successful he was with The Dark Knight, with Batman Begins, with the whole trilogy, the Dark Knight trilogy. They wanted him to helm all of DC. And he was all like, no. Like I want to do my other stuff. Who the hell wants to do that? Like I want to do my other passion projects that I want to do. And I mean, I'm just like, okay, so then when they didn't have a backup plan, that's what it looks like. And they were just like, crap, who do we ask now? Like, oh, okay, Zack. Okay, we'll get Zack. You know, he did the DC Watchmen. We'll get him to do it. Like, it just almost, I don't know. I felt like they were just sticking to one. They were just asking a certain group of people. And when I mean group of people, I just mean like probably 2 or 3. Like I would say, like it didn't seem like they were really.
I think they were just trying to find someone that's going to do what they say.
But real quick, like they were doing it real quick. Like, hey, you know,
because this is what people were coming out that this is what they wanted, and instead of telling it the correct way, they just okay, here it is.
Yeah, exactly. Like I agree with you there. Like BVS, it's a great movie. I love that movie. I don't care what anyone says. But but here's the thing. It's just like, oh man, it could have been a lot better if it was one movie at least for Batman at least. Yeah. And then you try to
Like, I completely agree with you. I know we've talked about it before the last time I was on with BVS. There's that part of the movie where like they'd say, well, in the past 20 years he's never done anything like this. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah. Where's that 20 years that he's been Batman? Like and why is Superman just coming out 20 years later? Like,
and see, and if that was believable, if Warner Bros. Really wanted to put it in perspective on that, because I'm not holding Zack accountable for that. I really am.
No.
If Warner Bros. Really wanted to execute that, how come you show us any of the stuff that he's done? Oh, hey guys, I did this in my past, or you know, I captured Penguin, I captured this. Like even small little monuments, like it's just like small little details.
Yeah. Well, with the small things like that, one thing that I did truly love about BVS was the opening intro basically showed Batman's origin again, of his parents going to the theater, them getting shot, and then burying them. I love that was the intro, and it just explained it, because like everyone knows that already. Everyone knows his origin. Show us more little things like that of him being Batman. Show us more of his training. Show us maybe a beginning relationship with him and Gordon, like, you know, maybe a flashback or something. Just explain it. Don't just, here's Batman, you know, be Batman, and people,
Any thoughts, man? You're not talking right now. What the heck?
Me? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, you've just been sitting there all quiet.
I know he's all like quiet. What the heck?
I'm taking in all the information, man. I guess as someone who I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I have not seen Justice League.
Really?
I've never seen it.
You've never seen Justice
Not
League
at all.
Good.
No.
You're not missing nothing. Just wait.
probably
I mean,
would-
you're not, but
Just wait. Just wait.
if you're gonna be doing this, you gotta have an opinion.
No. He's doing a Zach. He's doing a Zach card, man. Zach had
I'm
seen the Justice League.
I'm not going to
Okay,
lie.
well-
I'm kind of jealous that the first time you're ever going to see it is going to be the original,
Well,
the proper
because
cut.
Yeah.
because
No,
I-
I think you should watch the original before you watch the Snyder cut.
Pull the Zach card, bro. Just be like, I'm pulling a Zach card. I'm Zach right now. Just
I think you should, because then you'll appreciate more what is going to be in this cut. Like, you'll see truly what the little mess ups were in the first Justice League. You'll be able to pull it apart and like, oh, they could have done this, they could have done that. And then now, after seeing the Snyder cut trailer and then seeing the actual movie, I don't know. I think it'll just be a better experience.
I think
for
what
you.
David is trying to say is that we suffered through it, so you should too.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't get all of the reward when Snyder cut comes out. You don't get that.
right.
well, I mean, to be fair, like I always had that mindset, like, why am I gonna go watch a Justice League movie if they haven't even showed all the other movies for all individual characters?
Because they squeezed them into Justice League.
That's like
God.
That's like me watching Freddy versus Jason for the first time without seeing
Without watching Friday the 13th?
You know, not knowing who Freddy is.
Right.
But
It's like,
I
who
mean,
are these guys?
with that in mind, like, did you not watch Guardians of the Galaxy just because they don't have like individual movies?
No, I mean, I knew who they were. I mean, same thing for Justice League. I never really cared for DC in general. I'm more of a Marvel
so then
guy,
he's hating on DC. They just leave it like that. He's hating on it.
No, and I mean the reason why I say that way is because I think I don't think like the Marvel formula is the only formula, and Marvel proved that.
Damn right.
By the fact that
definitely.
you can care about characters such as in Guardians of the Galaxy without really seeing each individual film. So I think there's different ways to approach it, but it has to be done right for sure.
I think probably
Yeah, definitely.
I think probably too BVS kind of ruined it for me too, because I wasn't a big fan of BVS.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Dude, I saw that movie
you don't
twice
say
the
that.
night it came out.
What?
I saw it.
bought the-
I saw it twice. I saw it twice on the extended DVD that David had lent me. And the reason why I saw it twice is because the first time I fell asleep.
I have the ban. I could kick you off this chat.
Sorry.
Going to go back to Lex's opinion, like with the Guardians of the Galaxy thing, I do agree with you. But the only reason I think that Guardians of the Galaxy worked so well without them having their individual movies was because Guardians of the Galaxy wasn't as big a name in Marvel.
No, for
like
sure.
to a lot of people. So I think it was, and plus with their comic, for the most part, it was always them. Like they weren't like big enough on their own. With the Justice League, I mean, Superman, Action Comics, Batman, Detective Comics, every Aquaman, Wonder Woman, they all had their own title and their own story, their own villains. That's the only reason I think that they should have at least had all of their own movies. If with DC doing the Suicide Squad, in a way that kind of made sense because, like I said, Suicide Squad's not a huge title. So they were able to just, here's a movie with all these different characters and kind of explaining who they are. So with Guardians of the Galaxy, I think that's why that worked better. But then they did explain more of who everyone is. Like, I just think with the Justice League, they were too big of characters to just summarize.
Yeah.
Like, I think with Justice League, the one thing that I truly did not like about it was the fact that Cyborg was just thrown in there. Like, I feel like if Cyborg is going to be the key, I really think Cyborg should have had his own movie, or if not, be part of a solo movie with, Superman, Wonder Woman, someone, like, establish him somewhere if he was going to be that big of a character. Like, I just watching Justice League for the first time, and all of a sudden, like he's already Cyborg. I really didn't care for that too much.
It was a rush. Yeah, I agree with you there. But I could go on and on a rant, a whole.
We could speak about Justice League and what's wrong with it through the whole night.
I can understand into a sense though, because here's the thing: Lex, that I'm saying is that, like, I hate to say it, but Marvel is on a good record of making good movies, while DC is on a record of like, it could be good, or it could be bad. Aquaman and Wonder Woman are those hitters, man. Like, they really are their hitters.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is, we're getting another Batman movie that's gonna be a hit, which it looks like it's gonna be a hit. The Suicide Squad, which looks like it's gonna be a redo, remake, revamp, whatever you want to call it. It's gonna be it looks like it's gonna be another fun one. But let's go ahead and mention real quick, since we're 45 minutes in already. We took a little long on the Snyder cut, but Black Adam. Let's go ahead and talk about Black Adam real quick. The Rock. We didn't get any footage, obviously, of him because it's not in production. But I actually like how they kind of did this little art animation, sort of.
Yeah, that was really cool.
I think he called it a moving comic.
Well, there you go. Yeah,
moving comic. Yeah,
he did the whole voiceover for it, explaining everything.
It's great because the fans need to know this. The average moviegoers need to know who Black Adam is. The same thing that exactly happened, but it wasn't. I don't believe it was a Marvel thing. I think it was just like Collider or someone. Whenever Guardians was coming out, people are like, "What the heck's Guardians? Like, who?"
Exactly. Yeah.
And they released, "Oh, hey, here's Guardians. Here's a little quick backstory, quick 2-5-minute video." Just real quick explaining exactly who's who and all that stuff. So that was actually, I thought, was really good because, I mean, and then also we did find out the JSA, guys. Oh my God. I am so excited to see JSA. I've been wanting a Dr. Fate movie for the longest time. I love Dr. Fate's character. I really do. They could go so dark and so chaotic and so psychology wise, like, it's just mind blowing. To literally mind blowing, almost like Joker style. Like, you go to a sense to where, like, you could see where Dr. Fate could actually make a good movie. Obviously, the fan base is, I would say, it's not as big, obviously, because it's not a well-known character, I guess, because he's always been a part of the JSA. But the fact of the matter is that we're actually getting JSA involved. I'm excited to see that in Black Adam, which I'm surprised that it is JSA. I really am. I thought it was gonna be like Superman or Shazam, like I thought it was gonna be one like cameos or something. I thought
it seems like, from what The Rock has said, is that was part of the idea from the beginning. So I think that's been a staple in their story, at least for a while.
Okay. I kind of have a question about the Black Adam thing. I haven't looked too much into it. Like, I don't know, kind of thing for me. The Rock, I think, is a good casting. I think he's gonna look cool. But my thing is, if one of y'all can tell me
what's up,
why Black Adam is a movie? Because as far as my knowledge, Black Adam is a villain to me.
Yes,
he's a villain to Shazam. So my thing, I really don't care for villain movies without the hero.
Joker. Did you like Joker?
I love Joker so much that I hated it. I hated that I loved it so much.
Did you like Harley Quinn? After that, did you like Harley Quinn?
I only liked it because it was Harley Quinn. Otherwise, the whole movie was terrible.
Okay.
Yeah,
he liked the movie. He didn't like the idea.
I know what.
I could have lived without it, but exactly. I liked it because Harley was there. So, but my thing. So, like, I'm just trying to, like, where's the thought process of Shazam? Like, Harley Quinn, I can understand because in the comics she's become kind of an anti-hero in these times. With Black Adam, I don't know, maybe my DC knowledge falls short right there. I don't know what they can really tell about Black Adam without Shazam.
I can answer the question.
Go ahead.
Please tell me.
It's like Dwayne The Rock Johnson, man. You're not gonna give him a movie and have him just be in like 30 minutes of the movie. He has to have his own movie.
He has that name.
I mean, I understand that, but it's like give us a Shazam movie with him as the villain. I would have loved that to see.
We're gonna get it. I think we are. We believe we're gonna get it, just not yet.
But it's. I just think, like, if you look at the box office numbers for Shazam, it was such a low budget movie that it did good, but on paper it didn't outperform any other, I think, except Justice League, because Justice League was the lowest.
Yeah, as far as single movies, yeah.
But you put like The Rock's name in it, and it's just gonna. But I think at the same time, it's the same answer. It's about The Rock, but I think like it's a double-parted answer. Is like, first, you're gonna give him his own movie, but second, I think the approach, because he's playing Black Adam, I think that the idea is that he's going to be an anti-hero. I think because there's versions of Black Adam to do that, but I think like if you're going to have someone like The Rock, even if it's 100% villain, no anti-hero, I think they're just going to want to give him that depth so that when he faces Shazam, they're like, oh, okay, so this is one of the first villains that actually makes it to more than a single movie. Yeah. He kind of has like a buildup going on. And I think you just have to do that when it's such a big name like The Rock.
I agree.
I mean, I can understand that, but then I don't know. I look at it then also like, okay, well, Robert Pattinson gets the Batman. Is there going to be another Joker movie that's going to be the Joker, or even let's say who's one of the Roman Sionis, Black Mask? Are they going to make a movie just of him?
Let me touch
up.
The
Rock plays him, yeah.
let me touch up on that, David, real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
DC did acknowledge, and they did say they are creating DC villain movies that are Elseworld.
They will. They said they will continue to do Elseworld movies if the pitch was good.
Yes. So in a sense,
that's what he said. So.
I agree. I mean, I kind of get what you're saying though. Like you want, the villain versus the hero. Just of course, we wouldn't want that. But I believe The Rock, he's gonna play the antagonist. It's almost to where like it's really gonna shape up to where The Rock is really gonna try to persuade fans and try to make fans love Black Adam.
I really hope so.
Yeah, like he's gonna make him become a hero, even though he's not a hero. The Rock's gonna make him become one. I feel like it's gonna happen where he's gonna fight Shazam. They're all gonna fight, and then something bigger than both of them's gonna come in, and they're gonna fight together. I feel that's coming.
I feel like it's gonna be like a Venom situation.
Oh, no,
that was terrible.
No. God, no.
I hated Venom. I thought it was bad, poorly written. I don't know.
I enjoyed it, but I meant it as like they're using that formula of if it's gonna be an anti-hero, you give him his own movie. You kind of give him that duality of like, okay, you can really like fuck shit up, or you can still have some goodness in you. But I think they're doing that same formula.
Looks like someone from the comments said, just like we didn't need Venom.
We didn't. We did.
I surprisingly like that movie.
If Venom was introduced in Spider-Man as the villain, I would have loved it. And then later on become the anti-hero like he does in the comic, I think it would have been a lot better.
Agreed.
I got you.
Okay. Now they're on the Venom subject. Did anyone like Tom Hardy? Did anyone like Tom Hardy?
I love Tom Hardy. I thought he had a great look as an Eddie Brock.
Okay, so as far as Eddie Brock and Venom, just the character himself that we saw Tom Hardy play, did y'all like him?
No.
Not story.
No.
Not talking about his story. Just no. Okay.
The way that he played Eddie Brock, I didn't like, because in my mind, Eddie Brock's an asshole.
Yeah.
Like all the way around. He's not confrontational. He's not.
And that's
he's not
going
like
back to the old school 80s cartoon.
Yeah. Tom Hardy was kind of soft. I don't know.
Yeah.
What? Damn.
No, he was.
I guess because I don't know, seeing Venom, the way he gets the symbiote, like I like the comic story. Like Eddie Brock hates Peter Parker. Venom hates Spider-Man. They find each other and that's how they attracted to each other. And
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Dude, I mean, remember Tom Hardy was Bane, bro. Yeah, remember that? He's Bane.
Yeah, he was a great Bane. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean
but I mean, just me personally, villain movies, in my opinion, I don't think they're that great of a thing. I mean, unless the villain does become like an anti-hero kind of thing, like going back to Harley Quinn, the Birds of Prey, like I think that worked because, like I said, when Harley got her solo title, she was an anti-hero. There was that stuff that if they would have told the Harley Joker Batman story correctly, I probably would have loved Birds of Prey for what it was more. Like it was like, okay, there's it. Yeah. She has her own movie.
Yeah.
But it was just, again, with the whole DC, studio thing, like Like someone walked up, hey, I want a Harley Quinn movie. Okay, here you go.
Yeah. Oh God. I knew you were gonna say that though. I knew it, man. I knew you were gonna say Harley Quinn. You know, but hey, that's all. I mean, that's awesome. You think?
I
mean,
Dave doesn't care as long as they keep introducing merch out there. So
see, I mean, here's the thing. The Joker movie. I mean, now that we're talking about like villain movies. I mean, did y'all enjoy the Joker?
I did.
Love Joker.
I love Joker. Yeah.
Like what I said, I loved it so much that I hated it. The reason I say that is because I feel like Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, the way that they told the story, the way that he became Joker it was told so well. Like I enjoyed it. And the reason that I say that I hate it is because it really wasn't going to go anywhere. I mean, is this Joaquin Phoenix's Joker going to fight Batman? I mean, look at how old he already looked in the movie. I shouldn't say I hated it. I should say I was disappointed with it because of that reason.
Because it's not going to exceed past it.
Yeah, it was just a Joker movie. That's all it was. It was just.
I wanted it more. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted him to fight Batman at the very end of that scene. I wanted him to fight Bruce Wayne, but I mean, obviously that couldn't happen because Bruce Wayne's like a little kid. I'm just like, what?
I mean, I did like at the end of the movie they retold his origin like it was one of the protesters that killed his parents. I thought, cool. Doing that's pretty cool. Well, are you still going to be Joker 20 years from now when Bruce Wayne's finally grown up and
he has a son? He trains him to be Joker. He has a son.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that I could see that.
He has a little Joker, and that becomes the big Joker, the one that Robert Pattinson finds.
Or yeah. Okay, I could see that. I know we had talked about other stuff like that too, like maybe one of the protesters was inspired by it later on, and you know.
Yeah,
I think that was the idea.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But you don't know with that movie because it's so open ended.
Yeah. Let me see here. Raul says, "Do you think that having his own movie it would introduce more of the magic side of DC?"
It's going back to Black Adam.
Black Adam, yeah.
I think they're gonna lay more of that on Shazam. It seems like with the second one.
Yeah, which is called the Shazam 2 is called Fury of the Gods, which I am excited for. I mean, Zachary Levi. I mean, it looks like the chemistry's there. It looks like a lot of good stuff. Looks like it's going to be a highly potential movie. I would say, as you know, and it's funny too because a lot of people are like, "Oh, before watching the movie, the first one, everyone's all like, oh, it's going to be okay. Like it looked okay, but." After the positive feedback of the fans and everything, I mean, did y'all enjoy Shazam, the first one?
I did, yeah. I actually really did. I thought it was very well put together.
It was a lot of fun, and I think they're going to get a bigger budget this time around.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So. I hope
they would be crazy not to give them money.
Yeah. Exactly.
Even though it wasn't a critic favorite, there was definitely a fan favorite.
Oh yeah. I mean, especially because Shazam, I feel is like kind of an underrated hero. You know, not a lot of people appreciate him for what he is. You know, I actually, when the movie was coming out, it was actually pretty cool. My dad was asking me a lot about him. Like, well, who is this? Who's that? And I was like, oh, well, he's actually this little kid who gets his powers from a wizard. And he's like, what? He's a wholehearted kid that he knows, you know, what good is, and he knows that's what he needs to do. You know, I was having like this whole breakdown of it with my dad. It was really cool to talk to him about it, and he was like, oh yeah, that does sound pretty interesting. It's like, yeah, you know, Shazam's he's pretty cool. Like literally, like I was explaining to him, like one of my favorite parts is literally when he's there by himself and he's just Shazam, and the lightning, he transforms.
Dang.
It's amazing.
Are you auditioning? I'm kidding. You're gonna be the other
in a suit.
Yeah, they're gonna add another person.
I'll just do the voiceover.
All right, yeah, man. You do screamo. Do a screamo Shazam. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Let's shift things a little bit. Let's watch the Suicide Squad trailer. Then we'll skip over to the Batman. All right. Are you ready for this?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
I'm gonna sit real close for this one because I can barely see.
Hang on. Sorry.
Oh no!
Wow, spoilers.
I think it's gonna surprise people.
Oh really?
You kind of sit there and go, "How did they do that?"
Michael Rooker just looks so hilarious.
A movie ever made.
Oh, geez.
Michael Rooker with hair disturbs me.
Dude, Polka Dot Man, I love it.
Oh
There's
man,
no one better in the world to direct the Suicide Squad than James Gunn.
I was excited with an opportunity to be able to do the Suicide Squad in the way it could be done from my point of view.
This one is completely unique. This is a gritty 1970s war movie combined with the brilliance of James Gunn's characters and comedy.
You need your director to set the vibe.
The Suicide Squad is just a twisted fantasy of characters.
Within each of our characters, there's a certain beauty within most of them. Some of them are just pretty crappy through and through.
Be like a douchey Captain America.
I love his explanation.
I love the helmet, man. It's hilarious.
He needs to feel along the way.
Okay, I got it.
Don't ever settle back like you think you know where this is going, because you don't.
As soon as you have some sense about what's about to happen next, James comes in.
Oh, man.
Everyone's exploding. Genitals, heads, arms, legs.
It's like a big, massive graphic novel brought to life.
Dude.
This is by far the biggest movie I've ever made.
What? Damn!
I don't think that you know
Better than
what
Guardians.
to expect. Don't get too attached.
This has been truly the greatest, most exciting journey of my life making this film. Cut. That was great.
Dude. Dang. Called out Guardians right there, man. He called them out.
So one thing he did say was that this movie has the most CGI that he's ever worked on. And I give it all to Shark and Weasel. I guarantee you that's where it all goes.
Yeah.
Is to those two.
I like how Weasel is practical too, though. That's really cool.
One of the things I did love. Oh, sorry, Lex. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I apologize for interrupting.
Oh no. I was gonna say I think some parts of King Shark are also gonna be practical. Like in some scenes, it's gonna be like a model of him. But you're right. Like I think there's a lot more that since this is all behind the scenes, like I just can't imagine like, the scene it's gonna require.
Yeah, I loved every bit of it. Of course, I'm a sucker for behind the scenes stuff. I'm a sucker for how the film is actually made, how they go into that world, how they create that world. It's funny. Idris Elba jumping ship. Like he's all like, all right, I died in Infinity War, right? He died in Infinity War, right? Idris Elba?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's all like,
in the beginning of Infinity War.
Yeah, I'm jumping ship. I'm going over to DC now.
And Bloodsport, like
man, like he's just like it's free for all now. Like I don't have to worry about I don't have to worry about nothing. Like I could cuss, I could do whatever. I can make it. Like he just it's I don't want to say it's unrated, but let's just say it's gonna be PG-13 for sure, if not rated R. I think they're gonna go PG-13 rating though. I feel like they are. If they say ass or anything like that, I think that's still PG-13 rated. Obviously.
I think if they get an R, it's going to be due to gore.
I can't see gore though in here. I mean,
I didn't either.
That's because they're not showing King Shark eating that guy.
Well, they did kind of. They showed.
He's a shark, so there's gonna be some blood. I'm pretty sure.
Michael, he jumped ship too, and I was all like, "Dang, man, this is crazy."
I think that was more of a being a friend of James Gunn type of thing.
Yeah. I think it is going to be rated R though, guys, because
I wouldn't doubt it.
When you think about it, the way James Gunn landed this role, it was shortly after he got fired from Disney, right? Which he's now back, of course. But I think a lot of studios made him offers, and it just so happens that Warner Brothers said, pick, and I think this is how it went down. They told him pick any comic book you want. I think they talked about him, like they had Superman on the table. They had all these characters.
I heard about that. Yeah.
But he wanted
the Suicide Squad, and Warner Brothers is okay. You're gonna get unlimited resources. Whichever actors, you're gonna have full control.
Our last one sucked. We made a mistake.
Hey, don't say that. I like that movie.
Wait, whoa,
I like David Ayer.
Whoa, okay. Oh my God. Okay.
The truth has come out. The studio stepped on that like they did Justice League.
Wait. Whoa. Hold the phone. Wait. What
Give us the air cut.
I'm ready to fight. You want to fight? I will fight.
Okay,
Me and David Ayer.
I have no problem of David Ayer. I have not a problem. I love his movies. I love Fury. I love his movies. Okay. But here's the thing. it was. I mean, even he said it was a crappy movie, dude. Like he said, "Oh, it's not the movie I wanted." So then you're unclaiming the. It's like you do a job, and it's like, "Oh, I'm removing that from my resume." I'm just like,
because
nope.
I'm telling you, man, that was Jeff Johns. He stepped on that, just like he stepped on Justice League.
If David Ayer removes anything from his resume, it's the tax collector.
Oh God, yeah.
Shut your mouth. So that movie was originally supposed to revolve around mother boxes and was going to build into Justice League.
Well, villain was supposed to be Joker. I mean, that was gonna be the villain, Joker.
According to him. According to him, it was Steppenwolf. It was Steppenwolf and mother boxes, but they made him remove all those references and put in the witch. But originally, it was going to be Steppenwolf. Okay. It was going to build to Justice League, and that all got stepped on. And these are from his his words.
I would not have liked it if that was the case. Either story, I don't think I would, because I'm just like, what like, dude, that should have been like a Cyborg movie. Like,
because that's what made Cyborg. So
yeah,
like
exactly. Like that has nothing to. I mean, I get what you're saying. Like it just, but that had nothing to, like, comic book wise, or I mean, I don't know how you would tie that in, but on that Cyborg.
I mean, I don't know if it would necessarily be a tie-in, but I think David Ayer's Suicide Squad would have worked better. Again, going back to what Marvel's doing it right. If everyone would have had their own solo movies, if the villains that were in Suicide Squad were the villains in the solo movies with Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Aquaman, they all got defeated. They're all in jail for life sentences. Here comes Amanda Waller. Well, hey, I'm forming this Task Force X, and it'll shave years off of your sentence. I think then it would have made more sense. And then, like, going back to what Dylan said, or with what Ayer wanted to do, tying in the mother boxes, maybe not to be the full story, but, show that they're there. Like, this is happening elsewhere. Like the Suicide Squad is just having their own little, side thing while the Justice League is over here kicking ass.
From what he said, it was going to be Steppenwolf acting through a mother box, controlling the witch, who was then fighting the Suicide Squad.
Oh, okay.
Enchantress?
And okay,
Enchantress.
If you're fighting,
I always refer to it as a witch.
That's a bad idea. If you're making Enchantress the villain in that movie, was just the worst idea of any.
Yeah, I think they could have done better.
And let's be honest here, a lot of people crap on that movie because Will Smith. It was like a Will Smith Harley Quinn. It was a Will Smith and Margot Robbie movie. And because I don't know how much screen time they got, but it looks like they got the majority of it.
They definitely did. I mean, but I understand why, because like with the new age Suicide Squad, Harley and Deadshot, like they're kind of the big two in it. Like they're the ones that kind of run it, and then Boomerang is there off in the background. King Shark's there, but a majority of it is I feel like it's them too. So
Just,
to me, if it would have had a little bit more of Rick Flag, I would have been more happy with that. If it would have been them three, like running the team, I would have enjoyed it a little more.
Real quick, since we're on still on the subject of the Suicide Squad, I just looked up the cast. I did not know Taki's in there.
Yes. So the rumor is that he's King Shark. That he's the voice of King Shark. He's not obviously not the on-screen actor.
See, I wouldn't be surprised if he is an on-screen actor. Like, it could be just. I mean, he doesn't even have to be like a main actor. He could have just.
In the panel, they had the on-screen actor for Shark. He was like a bigger dude, stuntman.
That's gonna
so they left Taika like uncredited. So everyone's thinking that he's going to be the voice of the Shark.
That's gonna be amazing because I mean, dude, like, wow, great director, great voice. Almost as he makes us convinced that he really was Hitler and Jojo Rabbit. I mean, that was great. I mean, dude, great. I mean, I believe it was the last 2 episodes. Correct me if I'm wrong. Last 2 episodes of the Mandalorian series that he did direct. I think it was the last 2.
Yes,
because it was the comedy. You could tell like it was directed by him because of the comedy and the action and just the sequence.
The comedy was a little bit higher than the rest. Yeah.
Another person I'm surprised on here is Pete Davidson. Like.
I was kind of.
He plays
probably gonna die.
He plays
like right away.
From what the Reddit diggers have dug up, it seems like Pete is one of the first to go, and I'm kind of upset because I think he looks freaking good, man.
Whoa.
I like the way his character looks. Like
Blackguard.
Have you seen his movies?
Yeah, I mean, he's hit or miss. You just gotta put him in the right spot.
Oh, there you go. That's how I do hit or miss.
You need to let Pete Davidson be Pete Davidson. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like
I
feel
think
like
they
this
will.
is a time when he
like,
could be himself.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. I think as this movie, The Suicide Squad, I think what I truly love about it as a whole is everyone's costumes look traditional comic book to me, and they're bright, they're vibrant.
Yes.
John Cena's chrome helmet, I love that. I love all of it. I love Harley. I love her outfit. It looks like her Injustice outfit. It looks amazing. Like this. Like it finally looks like a tradition, like a comic book style Harley outfit, and I love it.
Margot Robbie, man, she's one hot cookie right there. All right, Wolf of Wall Street. Wolf of Wall Street. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and talk about the last anticipated movie.
Wait, actually, since you just did the Wolf of Wall Street, and this is actually going to go into what we're about to see next. Did you catch the clip about the GCPD HBO Max show?
Yes. Yep.
And did you know that the person who wrote Wolf of Wall Street is writing that show?
No, I did not know that. I thought Matt Reeves was taking part.
Matt Reeves is working with that writer to write that show. So that's who's actually writing.
That's gonna be really damn good. Like I called it. Oh, I think I talked about it before. I think before you came out on here, Dylan. It's gonna be Game of Thrones scenes, kind of those sex or all that stuff. HBO Max, man. I mean, I want to see just talk. Oh, you hear about that? But
it's year one. Yeah, it's year one GCPD. I'm predicting we see the Batman at the very end because he did say the Batman is going to be there.
What he did?
Yeah. He said that he's there. It's going to show how they deal with corruption, how Gordon becomes his status in the GCPD. And
but I didn't know Batman's going to be on there.
In the end, he said it's how they interact with the Batman.
See, that's going to be very interesting. And I was hoping that, we were talking about that too off camera, was that I really want to see that. Like, I want us to see not year one, because we already seen an origin story. We already know the origin story. The fans know, average moviegoers know the origin story of Batman. We all do. I wanted to see be behind the scenes, not like movie production behind the scenes, but behind the scenes of year one of who is he encountered, who is he captured, or is he just fighting regular crime fighters? Is he just and all that stuff?
My prediction is going to be mostly the Maroni gang. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be. It sounds like that they are already pushed out by the time year two comes, so it's just Falcone's gang left.
Cool.
So I think it's going to be heavily Maroni.
Good.
And Mobster.
I can't wait for that. I can't wait to see. That's going to be, I love it because I want it to be gory. I want it to be violent. And HBO Max does a great job at making, or HBO, I'm sorry. HBO does a great job at making gory stuff. And they know how to make their content really good and really we see how long they take with Westworld. It took them 2 years, Succession, so many different kind of series and movies too. Like, it just, they really do a good job. Even though they take a long time to come out with their seasons, they still come out with great, except the last season of Game of Thrones. But they do come out with great stuff. So I'm excited for that. All right. So y'all ready to see the Batman trailer?
For the 900th time, man.
Right. Why not? Let's
I've
do
been
it,
running
man.
it up.
Non-stop, right? You're waiting for more stuff to show in case you miss something. Non-stop. All right.
From your secret friend. Underneath the bridge. Who? Topper sprung a leak. And the animals I've trapped. Haven't a clue. All become my pet. Let's play a game. Just me and you. Any of this mean anything to you?
Dude. Oh my god. Tócalo.
You're becoming quite a celebrity. Why is he writing to you?
If you are justice, please do not lie. What is the price for your blind eye?
The hell are you supposed to be?
I'm vengeance.
Whoa! This guy's crazy.
You're part of this too. How am I part of this? You'll see.
Oh man. I don't know. I get goosebumps every time I watch this trailer, man. Like it's a lot. Like a lot going on. Is someone crying? I'm just kidding.
I mean, what? No.
I'm crying right now. I'm sorry. I'm tearing up here. Man, dude, like this trailer really just.
It's a great trailer, man.
It shows a lot, but it leaves you wanting to ask more questions. Like there's so like I don't know. I'm really kind of still trying to figure out who's the villain in this movie. Who's the main thing that they're going about?
So Matt Reeves did say. I mean, as far as I know, it's going to be Riddler. It looks like Riddler's portraying to be the main villain, and Penguin is actually in the process of becoming the villain. Yeah. That's what Matt Reeves was talking. I was watching the beginning of it, and then they released the trailer. That he did say like this is the Batman year 2 Batman. He kept saying over and over again, and then also he kept saying that this is the Batman that you've never seen. We're going. I didn't say darker, but we're going into the mindset of Batman, and that's why I feel like this movie is like we're going into the mind psychological part of Batman, and to a sense to where we haven't reached. And here's the thing: you're gonna get those people that are just like, "Why didn't like Joker? Why am I?" You know, and that's the thing. I'm just like, dude, like it's becoming. This is the movies that we're getting right now, that are going into like, why is he I feel like we're gonna go into his mind, like, why am I doing this? Why am I Batman? Why am I trying to make a difference in Gotham City? He's not the symbol of hope yet, but he will be. And that's what he said. So
yeah, I completely agree with you. Like one of the parts that in the trailer that I think kind of. At least with you when you saying like we want to get into his mind, like why he does what he does. One of the scenes that kind of gets me like that is when it's showing him with all the officers and they're like trying to hold him back, like he's going at him, trying to push him away. Like to me, the camera angle showing him standing there with all the officers.
Yeah.
In a way, I get kind of a little bit of an awkward tone there because it's really like if you look at it from a realistic sense. All these police officers are there, and there's a dude dressed as a bat here.
Yeah, exactly.
So I love that scene because of that, because it gives me that awkward feel, like he's kind of just standing there, like the elephant in the room. Like he's dressed in black, has a mask on, with officers. Like it just that right there. Yeah, it just that leaves me with that mentality that you're talking
Everybody's
about.
around
like I want to get in there
if they don't know who.
Yeah, you be in a crowd of people, one guy's being weird, and you're kind of just like.
To piggyback off of that, one of the things I think this movie is going to do very well, and this trailer does very well, is the walk-up scene in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Because you feel the awkwardness, the animosity almost of like, why do we trust this guy? Why is this guy here? And then Gordon is just like, this is my boy. I mean, we're working together, you know.
Yeah.
I'm letting him in. And the FBI, they're just like, what is this dude?
Why should we trust him?
Look at their faces. Like,
You know that Batman. You could tell that's him walking in.
Yeah. You're seeing from his point of view, walking in behind him into this crowd of people, into this crime scene. You know, why does he get the special privilege if he's not a GCPD?
Because he's Batman. Well, I like this though because it does add a level of groundness to it. Because in other Batman iterations, Ben Affleck's Batman or even a little bit of the Nolan version of Batman, it was always like he was like a rumor or he was like a myth, especially on Ben Affleck's version of Batman, where there'd be police officers that have heard of stories but they never saw him and things like this. It adds a level of groundness when they're fully aware who he is and he's just like walking right in front of them. And I like that because they have also said that this is going to be like a detective Batman, just in the comics, and you have to be in the crime scene, and it's kind of like unrealistic for you to like go into the scene of a crime and no one spots you. Like I really like that he can pull up in there and like you guys said, there's that animosity, but there's also that sense of like, I belong here. I'm solving the cases. I'm doing shit that y'all can't do. Exactly. It's that level of
it's just one thing I love too about the Nolan one that I think this movie can benefit from if they go that they are going that detective route, but if they decide to use this element, was I really like that one scene where Batman Bale was there at the scene of the crime before the cops were there. And they were like, "You're contaminating our crime scene," and he's like, "No, I'm analyzing it like further than what you could." I hope that they utilize that in this movie, but it seems like he's going to be more on the same level as the GCPD. Maybe he'll have the better bat computer, obviously, but it seems like he's getting there when they're getting there.
Yeah. Does he ahead of him? Do you think Gordon trusts his Batman though at this time? And
to me, it looks like he's. From the trailer, what I get from it, he's trying to.
Yeah, like
he wants to give him the benefit of the doubt, and everyone's just already like.
I also feel like he's there just because he was called out. Like they're saying, "Hey, your name is all over this stuff.
Batman,
you got to come in here and look at it."
When he first glanced at suit, I mean, dude, it looks like the Arkham Knight suit from dude, it looks crazy from
the lighting on it is really good. I was always a fan of the suit. Like I know it was very like it split a lot of people. I always liked it because it was different. But I do have to admit, like there was reservations as to like, oh well, like how does it feel and things like. But in motion, in all the shots that we get,
looks good.
It looks great.
And that's the thing. Like it's an actual helmet, which I love. Because like it's funny too, because the Batman Begins, he had a whole like a module, like a thing where he had to move in certain sections.
Yeah, and he couldn't turn his head.
Yeah, and then in the Dark Knight,
he finally was able to move his head.
Morgan Freeman made his helmet, or it was like he was able to move his head. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So we're touching up on that, but he was growing at the time, of course, after Ra's al Ghul and everything. So here's the thing: it's just like, I mean, I love how it's just going straight helmet. And then two, I love how they're shedding a lot of light into his makeup, the black.
Kind of. If I can speak on that a little bit, what I was, me and Dylan were actually having this conversation about his suit last night, actually. And what I love about this suit, from looking at it, is being that they said this is only year 2 that he's been Batman. That makes me feel the suit is going to get better. Like this is still like his starter suit.
Agreed. Yes,
exactly.
Like it's still
prototype.
Yeah, it's still a prototype suit. That's why it doesn't look all fancy. It's just a basic body armor. The guards on his wrists, and from what some of the pictures like, it looks like he's just wearing black pants with pocket straps on them.
Yeah,
regular combat boots.
So exactly. Yeah. So like he's still
like
he's
horses.
If it's still year 2, he's literally it's Bruce Wayne and Alfred. Batman and Alfred. That's it. He doesn't have Lucius yet. He doesn't have those connections yet. He doesn't. He's still trying to develop himself as Batman without any connections towards anyone. Like maybe in this movie we'll see that from his side he doesn't truly trust a lot of people either. Like he still needs to open up to them. So
one rumor I want to touch on that I'm glad was not true: light up eyes.
Oh yeah,
God, there are no light up eyes.
I mean, I like it.
It looked good on Ben's mech suit. I don't see it working on a regular suit.
Come on, man! The animated series, the white eyes, like it's classic.
Keep it for the animation. I don't want to see that.
We saw it in Dark Knight, though.
Yeah, but that's because he was using the
sonar. Yeah, the sonar. Like,
the sonographer.
It made sense for the moment.
So if you had sonar, you're saying if he developed sonar, it's good.
Well, what I'm saying is,
if they lit up for a reason, I guess is what he's trying to say.
If he walks into that crime scene and his eyes are glowing white and not painted black like they are, do you get the same effect?
Well, hey, it could. What if like he walks in, makeup, but then while he's investigating,
there you go. Yeah,
they turn on because then it'll be like in the Arkham games, the detective mode turns on.
I can believe that.
Okay, so that
I would
like I said,
that.
it has to fit the scene.
I would like a middle ground because I agree. Like the eyes without the animated white eyes, the eyes convey a lot of emotion.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
So but I would like though, just to get like the classic version, like just some glasses, like a little visor goes down and it's just like in the eyes, but then it goes away whenever you have those emotional like moments and things like that.
See,
I like that.
Like something like that. I'm okay with.
I think that would. Yeah,
like David said,
really
if he's analyzing the crime scene or he's like, scanning a wall and they come down, like that's totally fine. But if this dude is standing there the entire movie with just these white light up eyes,
I wouldn't like that.
Okay, I love this trailer so much, but here's my only concern. My only concern with this trailer, my biggest problem with this: who the hell is this hairstylist right here? Like who the hell? This is $1 billion person that's worth $1 billion, and I'm just like, bro.
It looks like he's at a funeral, man.
I feel like he's a billionaire.
Okay.
But
he's at a funeral. Okay, we'll agree to that. But still, I'm just like, dude, do you not like? This is like it looks like he's got a haircut like in the early 2000s, like the emo phase. Like I don't like the hairdo. I don't like the hairdo.
Kind of look at it. This is the way I kind of looked at that because I did have the same kind of concern. But look at it also as this is his year 2 Bruce Wayne becoming Batman. Like he's not.
He hasn't had time
this,
to
he's not this stern billionaire playboy like that. Like he's finally back in Gotham becoming Batman, like trying to still establish himself.
Bale
so I don't know.
Bale looks good as a hobo. I'm just saying.
That's fair.
And also, like, we don't know his origin, so we don't know if he was gone for 15 years or whatever it is.
Bale was gone, and he still looked good, dude. Come on,
he looked good.
I mean, maybe it's just the scene. Like maybe his hair was fixed, and he moved somewhere. Now he's looking, and it's all fixed. I mean,
I just don't like it.
As bad of a reference this may be, Spider-Man 3, when he was with the black hair, pulled it to the side, he did something and then it fell. Like
that's what I'm getting at. That's exactly like dark, like the dark ages. So another thing I want to touch up on is Selena Kyle in here, which is funny because it's literally Aquaman's stepdaughter, that's in here. It's playing Selena Kyle.
Oh,
so
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So here's the thing. She is not Catwoman yet. Are y'all excited that she's not Catwoman yet?
Yes.
Right? I'm agreed. Yeah. Hell yeah. I
do want to see a suit by the end of the movie, but
yeah, I would too. Like it's like through the movie kind of establish it and then maybe like hinting at it.
But see, how does she get it though? She has to obviously get it from Bruce, but how does she know who
I don't think she gets it from Bruce, but I think she takes inspiration.
Do they become a love interest?
I mean, they could even do that. I mean, they could tell it. They could tell it so many different ways with Catwoman.
Bruce and Selena has always been my favorite comic book relationship. Like all the way across the board. That's always been my favorite. No, not even. I don't like Superman.
Same.
I'm not a Superman fan.
I'm sorry.
I don't like Superman.
That shirt.
So one, I love the Bruce and Selena thing. Two, I'm a very huge Zoe Kravitz fan. Like
okay,
die hard. Justin knows I'm a huge Zoe Kravitz fan.
All right.
So when she was cast as this, I was like, "That's it, best movie ever made."
There you go, man.
So yeah, I do think by the end, I would like to see her in some kind of suit. I would be happy if she took inspiration from Bruce and he didn't give her a suit, but I'll be happy either way. I think it would be better to see her do it on her own.
Yeah, for real. Real quick, I want to say these are probably Riddler followers, right? I would think, or I don't know.
I'm unsure at this
Yeah.
point. I've heard multiple rumors. I don't really know.
I don't know. They could. I don't know. I don't want to say Joker followers just because their faces are painted, but I mean it could be. But they also could be from. They could be followers of Deacon Blackfire in his cult because of the black cross painted on that guy's forehead. I could see that.
The dude in the front right there, he's got they made a point. He has the Heath Ledger like Glasgow smile. Like he does. He has it like on his mouth. Yeah. He's the one that gets his face beat in.
So I agree that it's a gang of sorts, but also like I'm thinking since part of the inspiration is the long Halloween, perhaps that scene in particular just takes place during Halloween, but it so happens to be a gang in makeup just vandalizing or whatever.
It could definitely be that too. That's another possibility.
That's one thing I thought that maybe people were just looking too deep into it, and like he said, it's just a random gang.
Yeah. I mean, because from looking at the trailer, like I said, it's really hard to kind of like pinpoint who the villain is going to be. Like from the beginning of the trailer, when that dead body has its face taped, I get kind of a Hush vibe from that. Thomas Elliott, maybe it could show something with Hush. I mean, then Riddler's there showing the upcoming of Cobblepot becoming the Penguin, like the actual crime lord. I mean, they could even in another trailer. I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll see something else that hints at another villain. Maybe they'll just throw hints at different villains, like just like to kind of just hey what's the word? Cameo.
I still believe the number one villain of this movie is the city itself. By the city itself, I mean the corruption of the politics. I would not be surprised one bit if there is a lingering Court of Owls, because it seems that's the way they're going with the corrupt Thomas and Martha Wayne.
I would love that just because like Court of Owls is one of my favorite just Batman like. I don't want to say villain because it's a society, but it's just one of my favorite concepts. And I don't know if you guys caught this, but the Riddler, the note that Gordon was reading
had the owl on it.
It has an owl on it. So it's perhaps like a little tease. I think the Court of Owls for sure needs build up and their own movie.
Exactly.
I just gotta say, like it's the main villain here is probably gonna be the Riddler, but like you said, the city itself is a character. It's just they put the question mark at the end of the trailer, so it's just we have to just read it as is.
I want him to change the outfit. I don't know. I don't think that's.
I don't like the outfit either. Yeah, it reminds me of Firefly. Is that his name? The pyromaniac. What's this?
Yeah, Firefly.
Yes. Yeah, it reminds me of like a Firefly costume.
It looks very weird and strange. I don't like it. But I mean, and then another thing too that I want to mention too is that like right here, he's like punching the wall, like dude, like he's just fighting with himself. He's just arguing with himself, and look, he looks like he got frustrated. That's why the cops. You saw like how he was like trying to fight off the cops. It looks like he's at war with the cops.
Well, one theory, like I did see, I watched a few like breakdowns, and one thing they suggested was that he might be fed up at the point, with the corrupt police. That he's finally just like lashing out. That was one idea.
Yeah, I just want it to be like, I don't want it to be so many villains happening all at once. But
definitely.
Batman has never had that problem, which is funny to me because Spider-Man has always had that problem. But for some reason, Batman doesn't have that problem. Like it's weird. It's just weird how that works.
I would not be surprised if this movie ends in an untraditional way where villains get away, because they've said villains are not their full selves yet. So I would not be surprised if this movie ends with people getting away to become themselves later.
Yeah. And then also,
like,
go ahead.
Oh, good. No, I was gonna say, so if touching on what Dylan's saying, so being that they're showing the question mark, maybe even through the movie, it's not the Riddler. He's still Edward Nygma. And then this movie will be his transition into the Riddler.
What's his name in this one? He has a different last name. It's not Nygma. It ends with an N, but it's not Nygma. It's something else. They changed it for this movie. I don't know why.
Oh, I'm not sure.
But it's Edward something.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing: is he working for Wayne? That's what I'm saying.
Edward Nashton.
Nashton. That was it. I don't think he's I think he knows things about the Wayne family that Bruce does not know.
Okay.
And that's what he means by you're a part of this.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And another thing too that I really did love is that they didn't show us Andy Serkis yet. I want to wait for that.
I was gonna say that was my
I was
only
kinda
thing that I
sad.
really wanted.
I
don't want that yet. I don't want it. I think we're gonna get another trailer before the end of this year.
We're gonna get
before the end of this year. We're gonna get another trailer, and that one's gonna be like I feel like again. Remember, guys, he's only filmed like what 20-something%.
That's what I was about to say. That
dude,
to give him props that he could cut this good of a trailer with 25% of the movie.
Yeah, dude,
it's so crazy.
Like great. Another thing I did not know that that who's in here is Peter. Oh wait, I think y'all mentioned him. Peter Skarsgård.
Yes, you think he is playing?
Yeah.
He plays DA or
district attorney.
Plays the DA.
Yeah, Gil Coulson.
Okay, and then also John, what's his name? He plays Falcone, dude. That's crazy.
Oh, Turturro.
Yeah, he plays Falcone. I was like, what the hell? He's gonna play a Falcone. That's kind of. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could probably see him do that. I can't really think of it in my mind right now because I
see him too much like of a comedy actor.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm just like
I'm not afraid of that aspect.
Yeah,
the aspect I'm afraid of it is visually. Like I don't know how intimidating he's gonna be because he's a rather skinny dude. Like he's a kind of tall, skinny guy. I don't know how he's gonna be intimidating wise. But I guess when you're that high up of a gangster, you have people do stuff for you.
Just put a chain on him. That'll be it.
Yeah.
Can we also give like props to the makeup team for Colin Farrell's transformation?
Oh, dude, the prosthetics company that did that was so they knocked that out the park.
He looks great, man. I didn't know it was him until someone mentioned it, and now I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And he looks amazing. Like I know that there had been some set leaks that showed him off like just his regular self and just white hair, but I'm glad that that's kind of like a throwaway. Like perhaps that's how he looked before he put on the prosthetics or whatever.
That's what people were wondering. Like, what was that? Why did?
Some people have
said
weight.
Some people said that was not. Well, some people suggested that was a test. Like they were testing that look.
Yeah,
and that they didn't like it, so they went with what they had.
I love how he looks, man. He looks menacing. He looks like the Cobblepot look.
To me, he looks more realistic than what the gray hair look did.
Yeah,
like, I feel like this is more believable.
You think he'll have an accent?
I mean, he didn't seem to have one there. I mean, he talked a little bit, but he didn't seem to have.
Man, he's gonna pull it off, man. I love him.
Yeah,
no doubt in my mind on him. I have true faith in him to be the villain that we want him to be. So, I mean, his record shows itself. Like, he's gonna do good.
Yeah.
Of course, the mystery question we already mentioned it already is that the very last scene of the Batman trailer. Who's that person that they're talking that's talking to him?
That's Riddler. I can guarantee. I'm 98% positive that's Riddler.
And then another thing too that Matt Reeves did say is that. Whenever, so the thing is that, and he mentioned it too, in Nolan's verse, they always had like Nolan would film in Pittsburgh and be like, "Oh, that's Gotham. Here's Gotham." Here, it's gonna be very different. Here, it's gonna be a Gotham that it's not gonna be it's gonna be hard to notice. That's what he said.
One, it's in the UK. Two, he's already said that he's enhancing the city with CGI.
Yeah, exactly.
Modern
so he's actually physically creating Gotham. And then also, that was another thing too. I was very hesitant on. Was all like, "Are you creating the Bat Cave? Are y'all going to be creating that, or is that?"
I hope so.
It's a live set.
No, he said that it was a live set.
Yeah, it is a live set, which I'm happy because if it's at Warner Brothers, I mean, they got plenty of space there. It's a huge lot. They can make that happen at a closed set and everything.
Now, what I think the big question is where is it?
Yeah.
Some people are thinking that that the cemetery has something to do with it. That it's in the cemetery.
Well, there is a cemetery on Wayne Manor.
Yeah, that was one of the things. Another one was the abandoned Gotham tunnels. That it's down in some tunnels that his parents had built. Because it says the sign above the stairways said like I think Wayne Terminal is what they deciphered it to say.
It might have been that failed project that they
talk about.
Yeah, they'll reference it. And another thing too, like, do y'all want them to mention anything as far as like his parents? I mean, is he gonna have flashbacks of his parents? That's the next thing. Like,
I don't need to see it. I don't need to see it. I would definitely need to hear them talk about it.
If they are going to go like into the Falcone crime family and then talking about how they were the one, like if Martha and Thomas were part of the, the underground crime scene in Gotham, I would hope that they show some kind of flashbacks, maybe something with Thomas working with Falcone or Maroni, and something's going on there. Like I would like to actually see it, even if it's only like a short minute scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
just something. If that's the story that they're going to tell, I think flashbacks with Thomas and Martha, I think would benefit the story very well.
Yeah. The only reason why I think if they do something like that, it may be like shadows of them or just like conversations about them. The only reason I say that is because we probably would have heard who got casted as Thomas or Martha Wayne. Unless they're going for like someone that doesn't need, like, not a big name because they don't need to or something like that.
Also, I feel like he's put too much emphasis on this is not an origin. This is not an origin.
Yeah,
I don't see him retanking that and giving us, even if it's a minute or 2 minute scene. I don't see him doing that.
I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm gonna see a flashback though of just Bruce of just Bruce's father just trying to make Gotham City great. Like, just I feel like we're gonna get a little flashback, like a few seconds here, or maybe even his dad talking to him. And it creates that that montage to where like I need to be the city's hope. I gotta push myself. And this is the way to do it. I mean,
kind of like how Nolan did.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, why do we fall? To pick ourselves,
so we can learn to pick ourselves back up.
Yeah. And that was Alfred. That wasn't even. That was.
It was his dad. It was Thomas, and then Alfred said it to him again later in the movie.
Okay, yeah. Oh, Michael Caine. Oh, that's Alfred forever. But okay, all right, all right, guys. Any final thoughts? Oh, we forgot to mention. I know I don't want to go too in depth, but say yes because we could talk about another hour and 41 minutes. The multiverse of Flash paradox is happening. But it's been confirmed it's not going to be Aquaman versus Wonder. It's not going to be the Amazons versus which is the Flash Paradox comic. Yeah, like I feel that's a crusher, man. I feel like that's the main story of that. I feel like they're shooting
the Atlanteans versus the Amazonians.
Yeah,
Amazons.
Yeah,
I would not be surprised if it somewhat includes an evil Superman.
But Bizarro, or who do you?
I haven't thought that far into it, but I would not be surprised if
I could see Bizarro. Right?
I feel like we've gotten too many flashes and hints towards that society, where it's all gone to hell.
I just want them to put Henry somewhere.
See, so and we didn't get any Superman stuff, which I was so disappointed with. I was so disappointed. I was like, dude, you're gonna release Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill's coming back.
Yeah, I feel like they're too unsure on that.
They should just bring him back, man. What the hell, man? Just freaking bring him back. He's in the best shape of his life. I follow him on Instagram. I mean, dude, this guy he is Superman, man. Like, dude, make him Superman. Make him fight the Rock. That's gonna be a bad mother effing battle right there, man.
That would be, especially to see Zachary Levi, Shazam, Henry Superman versus the Rock, Black Adam together. Like that would be, I think, that would be killer.
A great poster, like, dude, like. Just do it, man. Bring Henry Cavill. He's in the best shape of his life right now. Like, you need to bring him before he gets older, guys. Give us another Superman movie, right, Lex?
I feel like Henry's gonna be buff his entire life, dude. But I want
a better Superman movie.
I want a second movie, for sure. I do agree that they can probably beta test them. Like if they're unsure, beta test them as a cameo or something like that. And they'll see, like, the public wants that. So then they'll probably green light a sequel under a different director, probably not Zack Snyder. I know J.J. Abrams has been in talks.
No, not J.J. No. He ruined Star Wars for me. No. No. Not J.J. Thank you very much. No.
I agree with you. I agree with y'all to the sense that I think that's the plan for him and Ben. Is to just be cameos now until they can.
Wait, you talking about Ben?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I mean, he's done after Flashpoint Paradox. He's done.
I don't know, man.
Bro, come on, dude. Get out of here. He's not a good actor. Anyone could do that. You could do what he does, dude. Anyway, dude, come on.
I can't agree with you there.
Okay.
Wait, you're saying he's not a good actor?
I don't think he's a good actor. I think he's great at his own movies. I'll say that. That's it.
Have you
Because
seen
he's a great
Gone
actor.
No. I think he's good in the town. He's great in the town. It's just, it's weird. It's like he's on a sucky slope right now ever since he became Batman, or ever since he started having problems in his marriage. He's just not himself, obviously.
I will say, I will speak to the article, and what the article said, according to him, was that he is in a good place in his life now to where he can enjoy playing Batman.
Dude,
so I think he would play him
though.
again.
Like, it looked like BVS, he wanted to be Batman, and then Justice League was just like, I'm just here to fill a role, and I'm just here to collect the pay. Like, it didn't feel genuine that he didn't take on that role. You know?
Take off that shirt.
I feel like because he
No,
wasn't
put that shirt back
there
on.
with Zach. I honestly feel like Zach was like what
We'll find out.
charismically is what held them together.
We'll find out. As far as like director, I think he's a better director than an actor. I'll say that.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I
can
just
say
don't
that.
think he's not a good actor.
Okay, besides his own movies, what would you say? What would you say he's a good actor in?
Gone
Daredevil.
Girl, Purple Frontier.
Thank you.
He did what he could with
not
with
good.
Daredevil. You don't
People
think Gone Girl
need
was
to
good?
realize. Oh, Gone Girl was very good.
Oh, she was
yeah, Gone
good.
Girl was
She was great. Not, I mean, come on, dude.
I think
All
he
did
was good in
Smirk,
Gone
all he
Girl.
did was smirk and just like there was no, I don't know. Okay.
No, he sold me both on the victim side and on the abusive side.
Agreed.
Take off that shirt, man. That statue right there that you have right there. He's not a good actor. Just take off that statue right there.
Oh, whoa.
I'll take that.
Hey,
I'll take that.
Hey,
Yeah,
what did I
so on
say?
eBay, man.
BVS, he was great in. It's just I don't like him in Justice League. That's it. He's left a bad taste in my mouth. I'll say that, like a bad taste. Like,
But that's not what you say. You said he's a bad actor.
Yeah.
okay. Bad. Okay. All right. You know what? Okay.
He's a great
I'll-
actor and he's a great Batman.
Yeah.
Case closed.
Yeah. Okay.
Case closed.
And he was a great Daredevil. I'm just saying.
I'm just giving you a hard
He
time.
was. Yes, he was.
No. See, I loved him in Daredevil, which is weird because everyone hates him in Daredevil. I actually
I
like.
know.
That
Daredevil
movie
was such a good movie.
amazing
I
for
like
its
that.
time.
Whoa! I didn't think it was a good movie. I
thought it was a good movie.
It was
It
very
was-
good
it was-
for what
it
for
was
its
told
time.
very
It was
well.
very good.
Yeah.
For its time, it was very well done.
Dude.
I think so.
I like Colin Farrell in it too. Like,
Oh my god!
He was a
As
great
Bullseye?
bullseye. I don't care what
Yeah,
anyone says.
yeah.
He was a great
Strong
bullseye.
agree.
it's
Just
a
rub your
bad
head.
movie, but I
With the little
loved
pins
that
to-
movie as a kid.
And he was rubbing his head like every 30 minutes. Oh yeah.
That was the
I
only
know,
thing I
he
thought was
did
kind of
that.
weird that it was burned into his head. But I mean, he was a great bullseye.
If I had a
He's
scar
like,
like that,
"I
I'd probably
missed.
be touching it all,
I never
all the
miss."
time.
Yeah. Oh my god. It just okay. You know, I liked him as Daredevil. I know a lot of people don't. I do. I do like him. But like I said, it just like y'all said, Zack Snyder's cut could probably change my whole different mind, and it was just the Joss Whedon cuts. Like it just felt like he wasn't the Batman that I wanted in Justice League. I'll say that. I guess you.
That's
I,
fair.
it's
Yeah,
not-
I can agree with that.
Yeah,
it's
that's
not just him. I guess I'm putting it too much on him when I think about it. It's not the Batman I wanted in Justice League. I'll say
no,
that.
for sure. I can agree with that.
Yeah, that's right, Lex.
I will say I am sad I was sad to learn that one of my favorite scenes of that movie was a Joss Whedon scene, and it will not be in the Snyder cut.
What
And it's
scene?
What scene was that?
Tell
the
me.
very opening scene with him and the Parademon, with Batman and the Parademon.
I thought you were
yeah.
gonna say the one with
Yeah.
Superman and the kids interviewing him.
I thought you were. Yeah.
No, hell
I was
no.
gonna say like, bro, that's
yeah,
trash.
No, what I consider the real opening scene,
Yeah.
which is him and the Parademon. That
Yeah,
was all a
definitely.
Joss
Yeah,
Whedon scene.
Definitely. I know me and you had conversations like we'd love to see a Ben Affleck Batman movie just like that.
I did.
Just,
I did.
just very gothic like that. Like
In
Yes.
BVS, I wanted to see a Batman movie. After BVS, I was all like, you know what? You need to make a Batman movie before Justice League. You need to make a Batman movie. I want to see Alfred. I love Alfred's voice. I mean, I want to see him be Alfred. I want to see him just like say smart Alec remarks. I want him to like pull him out of things. Like I want this Alfred. I just wanted a lot of.
Jeremy Irons nailed that version of Alfred.
Bro, yeah,
he nailed
I
it.
love
Yeah.
him as Alfred.
We didn't get enough of him, man. I was just like, dude, I was so upset in Justice League 2. I was just like, really? Like, it just, yeah. A lot of things didn't make sense to me, especially the gadgets that they use in Justice League. I was all like, oh, Batman couldn't ride his own ride, and Cyborg gets in it. And it's like, oh, I fixed it up. Really? Really? You fixed up Batman's ride? Really, dude? Like, like, are you effing kidding me? Like, dude, I go on a full rant on that. Like, dude, are you kidding me? Batman is dude, that he created this ride, or if not him, his person did, or whatever. Like, it's just like, dude, how do you, that's another argument right there, guys. But all right, we'll go ahead and end it right here. It's been almost 2 hours, man. We've been talking about this. This is crazy. A lot of good stuff. Thank you guys for being on the show, man. Thank every single one of you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, man, it was fun.
For having us.
Yeah,
it was fun. And to think that this is only half of the Snyder Cut, the amount of time we spent here today.
Yeah. Oh God. Yes. Yeah.
That's half of the Snyder Cut.
That's half of it, man. That's it.
I want to ask one more question about the Snyder Cut, because like just real quick, just because I want to get more people's opinion on it. So being in the scene where it's showing the Nightmare version, and you see the Hall of Justice, the Justice League crumbled, and when we were watching the trailer, I said, "Peep the Joker card," because a Joker card flies through there. Are we gonna see anything more of the Joker in the Snyder Cut?
Nah,
like at least something small. Like, I'm not saying him there, but with I guess a little bit bigger than that. Not maybe him, but more hints that he's.
I feel
there.
like that scene, that card was in that scene because that was Batman's nightmare.
Yeah,
and no matter how big the threat is, I feel like the Joker's always going to be the
biggest
mind.
Threat.
Yeah, or at least always lingering in his mind.
Yeah, I think that's just like a nice little nod. I don't think it'll go beyond that. Just because as much as I like to see it and have a theory as to if the Snyder Cut does good, perhaps there could be a continuation to it in some shape or form, but at the same time, I don't think they're going to try to set up a lot of new concepts or ideas and things like that. So they're probably just going to stick to what the Justice League is supposed to do.
There.
Yeah.
Oh, so then also another scene from the original Justice League movie that I also had a question if it was going to be shown in the Snyder Cut. Are they going to show more of the Green Lantern Corps?
God,
he said yes. He said
that's one of the
yes.
things, because the Green Lantern is on the sleeve of the Justice League merch.
I want it. I've been saying it from the get-go. I was just like, if you're gonna make a Justice League movie, how are you missing Green Lantern and John Martian Manhunter? Just like,
Martian Manhunter's another one,
dude. Like
that we will be getting more of.
See, and I mean, that dude, this guy's been through hell, man. Like, this is another dark tone alien movie that you could, that into a sense to where, like, dude, like his whole family, they could film where like his whole family gets like destroyed in front of him, gets murdered right in front of him, and I'm just like, dude, like, I mean, there's life on Mars, obviously, and there's so much they could do with it. I'm just like, well, you're missing John Martian Manhunter, I want to see the John Stewart, the Ryan Reynolds, the Green Lantern. Which Green Lantern would y'all want? Hal Jordan or the
John Stewart?
John Stewart.
I would want John Stewart. I think John Stewart was a much better Green Lantern than Hal Jordan.
Okay,
that's just my opinion.
I would
want. I always wanted John Stewart to be Idris Elba. I really did.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would want Hal Jordan just because John Stewart wouldn't be the Idris Elba.
Yeah. I will agree with you on that. Yeah. I'll take Hal Jordan if John Stewart is not going to be Idris Elba.
Yeah. That's a disappointment. It's like a perfect.
It's too perfect. He has the voice, the tone. It would be just amazing as John Stewart.
We'll see what he does in the Suicide Squad, and we'll see. Because I mean,
maybe Bloodsport is Green Lantern.
What's up?
Maybe Bloodsport
is Green Lantern.
Are we gonna see another Green Lantern? I know y'all already answered this, but I'm just like, I mean, how many? Like, is it gonna be Hal Jordan, or I know y'all.
I don't think it's going to be either one, just because I feel like that's too big to not like. If someone was cast as Hal Jordan or John Stewart in this movie, we would definitely know about it. Yeah. But the way like he did they did in the Whedon cut, where he was like flying in the background, or a Green Lantern was flying in the background. I think they're gonna do something like that, but more of that.
Yeah. Well, J.J. Abrams is still working on that HBO Max Green Lantern Corps show.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I forgot about that.
So they might not introduce those characters until that point in time.
Okay.
Right.
That's gonna be very interesting. I'm all for it. I know I mentioned it on the other podcast that I been on, but DC streaming service. Do y'all have that app?
I did. I don't anymore.
Not anymore.
I don't.
That's funny. Is because they're slowly. I feel like they're gonna do it, and it looks like they're going to. They're slowly gonna phase it away, and everything's gonna be on HBO Max.
Well, I think it's going to end up being like Marvel Unlimited, where it's only comics.
Comics, exactly.
It's digital comics.
That's what exactly. Yeah, that's what I was gonna lead up to. Is all like I feel like they're just gonna do comics on that, and I feel like dude, HBO Max just started its own streaming service early this year, a few months ago, literally, and I'm just like, dude, just why are y'all trying to create two platforms separate? You are the same.
As soon as they opened HBO Max and they brought Batman movies with them to that, I saw the writing on the wall, like, hey, this DC one is done.
Yeah, and I think they got a lot of more subscribers because of it, because it's just like, hey, all the DC stuff's on HBO Max. Oh, I get HBO Max. I get to watch not only this but all their other stuff. Game of Thrones. You can rewatch Game of Thrones. You can rewatch Westworld. They got a new series called Lovecraft. I mean, they got nonstop.
Oh, those Lovecraft ones, those look good.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. It's on my watch list, but all right. So let's I'll go ahead and end because we're literally going on 2 hours, but I can't believe it's the longest podcast. Once again, guys, thank y'all so much for being on here. But yeah, David, Dylan, thank y'all so much, man. Are y'all guys any on other podcasts or anything or no?
No,
Oh,
sir.
Okay. I am.
Well, where can people find you at, guys? David, go first.
You can find me on Instagram, 11th Hokage, 11th_Hokage, HOKAGE.
Okay. Underscore hashtag. I was getting that. Dylan?
Instagram is DylanEthan01 down there on the bottom.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Yeah, that was smart. I should have put mine there.
I learned my lesson last podcast.
Oh, yeah. All right. Lex, where can people find you at?
Well, Instagram is the Lex Level. Instead of spaces, it's underscores. And you guys can also catch me in the Not in Theaters podcast everywhere, pretty much. We also talk about similar stuff. It's just more of like fan-made movies and things like that.
Awesome. Kevin Smith movies. Gotcha. All right. Dose of Stir, where can people find you at?
Well, as always, at Dose of Stir. Exactly.
Sorry. Yeah. What's up, Justin? You okay, man?
Right? Yeah, I'm fine, man.
All right. You quiet.
Your sign says no drugs, but are you on drugs?
I know, right? I'm just like, dude, this is the quietest I have because usually Justin talks a lot on here, and I'm just like. Dylan and David keep talking over. I'm just kidding. They're just like taking all the points. It's like, dude,
that's why
I'm a non-DC guy in this podcast right now.
Justin's always told me that he's not a DC fan really at all.
Hey, get this. Lex is a Disney employee, but he's a Superman fan. There you go. Conflict of interest right there.
It's all right, man. It's all right.
Yeah,
we appreciate you.
All right, man. All right. Well, once again, guys, thank y'all so much. Hopefully everyone had a wonderful day, guys, and get your week started. All right. Like, share, subscribe. Catch y'all later, guys.